From the studios of Foxboro Cable Access, located in the center of Foxborough, Massachusetts, you are watching Around Foxborough.
Hi, I'm your host, Tim Green, and welcome to Around Foxborough. Tonight we have with us Dominic and Lauren Smith from Foxborough Youth Baseball. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course. Can you guys tell us maybe a little bit about Foxborough Youth Baseball and maybe your role, and softball, sorry.
Yes.
And your role as a board member?
Sure. So Foxborough Youth Baseball and Softball, it started, I think it was organized in 2015. It's been around for a while. And we have about 350 youth students this year, and about 70 softball and the rest baseball. And we start as young as pre-K. It's a wonderful program, and we actually are kicking off the spring season shortly, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any opening day ceremonies coming up or anything?
Yeah, we have an opening day ceremony on April 12th, and so we have a parade that starts in Foxborough Center around Lovely Pizza. That's actually where it starts, and then it goes around the Common, and then we end at Bayuk Field.
Okay, yep.
So, and then we have or Booth 1, or Bayuk, and we have a little ceremony. We have a national anthem, and then we are going to do Around the Horn this year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So.
Are there the teams playing that same day and everything?
Yes,
Okay.
We have a bunch of games that day. It's a great day for families to come out, watch the kids. It's like the best. When Dominic was little, he was in the parade too. And just seeing all the families together, it's just a really nice event for all.
It's all the teams and everything? Yeah.
All the teams in their uniforms,
Yep.
getting ready to go. And so Around the Horn is just an activity where a team will get up and they practice against each other, seeing how long it takes to go around the horn, and it goes around all the bases, and it's just a really fun event for all the kids.
Nice.
And the concession stand will be open, so we'll be selling some burgers and dogs, and yeah,
Nice.
It's a great event. And so I didn't answer the question, but so I actually am a board member. I am the vice president this year. I also do other roles like compliance and concessions this year, and so yeah. So it's been great. It's been 3 years I've been on the board, and every year it just gets better and better. So
That's great.
Yeah.
Did they start with the younger kids? Did they start with T-ball, or how does that work?
Yeah. So T-ball, I believe, is that pre-K.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it goes up through 8th grade. We also are trying to see if we can form a high school team this year, maybe the 9th graders, but it really starts at pre-K.
Okay.
So yeah.
Right. And then would it go right into high school baseball?
So yeah, so it would end, it's usually through 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Then sometimes what happens if there are kids that just want to play that are not on the baseball team or softball team, we try to form a high school team, base team, but we haven't had a couple in the past, like in the past few years, but we're really hoping that might happen this year. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Some interested kids,
Oh yeah.
hopefully. Yeah.
Yep.
What do you think are some of the core values of the Foxborough Youth Baseball and Softball?
What would you say?
Equipment.
The core values. So it's like, like leadership. It's a sport where it's teamwork. You really work together as a team, right? To get that win. But it's all in friendship, and then just strength together, and just honestly, they get to know other kids.
Right.
From other schools that they may not have because, of the 3 different elementary schools. So
Right.
It's a really great chance for them to get to know one another. So.
Okay. Meeting different kids and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, teamwork too.
Teamwork.
It's all about the team.
Right.
So.
What planning goes into it? You said opening day. Like, I got to think you're pretty straight out. Is there a lot that goes into planning something like that? I know you had mentioned earlier off camera that you guys had a ceremony as well.
Yeah, so there's so much that goes into it. We actually start planning in November.
Wow.
Because it starts with the registration process. We also look to sponsors because the program is expensive and we don't want to raise the fees for registration. So we look to our sponsors, and we've had so many fortunate companies in the area that really have donated, and they've been wonderful. So we really start with sponsorship in December and January, and then it's still going on. And so right now we are planning the opening day parade. We're getting the field cleaned up. So we have a cleanup day on March 23rd. Anyone wants to come?
So I joined the email list, and I got the I got the email to help come clean up and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's great. So really we're looking for people to help us put fence coverings on. We got new ones from the rec department, which have been wonderful. We are cleaning up the fields, putting, the batting cages up. So lots of great things and lots of great ways to help. So.
Okay. What do you think the best way is for parents to get involved in the community as well? Not just parents, but maybe sponsors that are looking to help out.
Yeah, so if I think of from the parents' point of view, we're always looking for volunteers. All of our coaches are volunteers. And so we always look for people to help along the way throughout the year, whether it's like a cleanup or maybe even just like some practices. And as far as our sponsors, on our page, so it's fybsa.org, you can donate to the cause. And actually, I have to say, we have new dugouts that were just recently built. And we had so many local partners such as CMAC, Fiat Medical, and then we had some the rec department. I have to tell you, the partnership with the rec department and Partners in Patriotism have been incredible. We are so fortunate to have them in our community, but really it's just looking online and seeing. We're always looking for ways to gain more money. We're looking for new scoreboards this year.
Yeah, right. I would think there's always something that you need, right?
Always, yeah.
Dominic, do you have a favorite memory?
Not really.
You don't?
No?
I remember
maybe like my first game, getting a first hit.
Yeah.
Or first hit of the season. That's always a good feeling.
Yep.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and the first parade, I have to tell you, he's had some friends from growing up there. If you look at the parade pictures, you're all in the front. So you've had the same friends since you were little,
right,
from the parade, which is amazing.
Oh yeah, youth sports are great for that.
Yeah.
How does the league focus on maybe player development?
Yeah, that's a great question. And so for a few years, it's been a little challenging to do development. What we've learned is that we have to find the space. Finding the space during basketball season is really challenging. But I have to say this year, we actually have a couple programs. So the softball program, they are having a clinic in Franklin. So it's over the course of 6 weeks. Very inexpensive, and it's been a wonderful experience for the girls. And then for boys, the high school actually donated some time recently, and we have 6 practices for the minors, majors, and I believe the younger kids as well. Okay. So, yeah.
Do you guys work with like Babe Ruth or any of the organizations? How does that work exactly?
So we actually do work with some local organizations. So RBI Academy,
okay.
We do reach out to them. We've reached out to Energy that's in Rentham. So we try to see if we can get some time. They also too are trying to do their practices, but they have donated to the cause. And actually RBI gave a significant amount for the new dugouts.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that kind of goes to my next question is what does local sponsorship, like how big of a role did they play in the success of you guys?
Oh, it's huge. It's how we built the dugouts. And so we have, again, like CMAC, Maystar, all of these people have donated their time and money to the cause. And we just finished the dugouts this year, like I was saying, and our outgoing president, Vin Callio, amazing job. Like he basically project managed the whole thing and was able to get it under budget, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. So we do rely on our sponsors to help us with big projects like that.
I would think so. Yeah, I would think that any kind of youth sport, that's got to be a majority where the funding
Of course, yep.
I guess I already asked you this, but do you have any memorable moments, maybe from either on the field or off the field?
I think for me, it's when he first did T-ball through the rec department. It wasn't really T-ball, it was just like getting to learn baseball. And all of his aunts and uncles came out to see him catch his first ball and like do some hitting. Oh, it was so awesome. And they're all older now.
Not a fan of that, Dominic? You're like, why are they here?
And it's so funny because his uncle played in college and he's always constantly checking in, how's he doing or whatever. But that first moment where everyone came out to like see him play for the first time, like try to catch a ball, is just an amazing feeling to have that support. So yeah, that's my favorite memory.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dominic. Where can people learn maybe how to register or volunteer?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you go to fybsa.org, there are different pages. So you can and actually registration is closed right now for spring, but if you are diehard, want to get your child in, just shoot us a message at info@fybsa.org. and we can try to sneak them in, but registration is over. But we also have summer ball that comes up,
there you
and
go.
we actually start planning for that in the next month. So
I would think.
yes, yep.
Okay.
So there's always opportunities.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to share about Foxborough youth baseball and softball, or anything else like that?
Well, just that there's so many great things that we are doing this year, and really enjoy having the community come and watch some of the games. So again, I talked about the dugouts, but we're looking at scoreboards. We have some training opportunities for the kids this year, but just all in all, we keep improving the program. And honestly, it's because of our parents, our volunteers, that makes the program successful. So I can't thank the community enough to really come by and help us out. So really, just if you're not on our Facebook page, please join our Facebook page, Foxborough Youth Baseball and Softball. We put lots of great information out there.
Okay. Probably a lot of good pictures of everything going on
Lots
too.
of kids,
Yeah.
and all of our events are on the page. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, guys, Lauren, Dominic, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having us. We really
course.
appreciate it.
And again, I'm your host, Tim Green. Thank you so much for watching. And you can find all of our info at fcatv.org. Thank you so much.